the drowned city of Skalla. Now, I don't know if this is going to have important cutscene stuff, so I am going to bypass everything. As the tank, turning on tank stance works. I think I could do that. Oh. Remembering dungeon. Remembering dungeon. So I am going to sit here and just do first group. We've got holy spam going on. Yeah, based upon this group, I think we can do some larger pulls. Gonna get stuck up there. So along here, you want to grab these guys and pull them up to that what looks like bubble wall. I guarantee you those are not bubbles. Look inside them. You'll see things moving. You know, all you need now is the name Ulti-chan. You will be a true VTuber. Right. And that is why you don't want to, that is why you want to pull up to the wall and sit there as tank. Granted, you can run down and grab some more enemies. But I just saw that one of the players is that geared. Okay. I'm not elitist when it comes to gear. Just means DPS is going to be lower than certain others. A nice slow dungeon works. Easy for everyone all around. Some players do not feel stressed to have to run and do everything. So along here, all of these little eggs are going to pop open and you're going to get more sea swallows. So after the little guys are dead, I'm going to come up and do this. They're going to aggro on the healer. I'm going to try to grab them all. Successfully contained. Right. So this is the first storyline, level 70 dungeon. Well, I take that back. This is the first post-main storyline. This is a 6.5... 5.1? Oh! Kelpie. I love the design of this thing. Alright, so this boss... You'll notice that there's a platform. You want to get onto the middle of the platform. Pull the boss over to the edge. Pay attention to certain attacks. Raising Seas is going to be one of them. Damage to everybody. Turn to the side. Hydro pull. Run away from the boss. The boss is going to pull you in. Bring it back in. Position it so that if you've got melee characters, they can get behind it. Up cooldowns as needed. Bloody Puddle. It's going to target 2 characters at the first instance. And they're going to be hit with these orbs. Hydro Push, so we want to be near the boss. The orbs will chase you for a while, and then they will detonate for an AoE. So you want to avoid all that. A lot to pay attention to in that little section, because you've got the ground waters as well. You get marked with that, run to corners, basically, so that people can dodge as needed. Another Rising Seas, and the boss is going to be dead before it can do any other things. Alright, so that's the first boss taken care of. Now the Kelpie is one of those monsters that is actually in folklore. A horse that will want to get people to ride it, and then it will take them into the swamps and drown them. So if you ever find yourself near or around swamps, don't ride random horses. Okay, so with these Phobads, stone Phobads, crap. Once you engage them, they will cast a frontal cleave. So you just establish threat on them and then run on to the next group. Took pictures of Gigi and Banshee. I will check those out when I'm not streaming, if that's okay. Alright, so we got two of the Phobads. Pop sprint. Come in, hit one, hit the other, and grab these three. I am not going to go in there and pull that group. They're all here. Because of their large size, I try to... it's difficult to arrange them in a proper... area for everyone to be able to like get behind them and whatnot. So just do your best. Right. And we got one more pull before the second boss. Normally, I would pull this entire section all together. We have some recent level 70s. Which is perfectly acceptable. That, everyone's gonna hate me. I'm gonna cast a heal. Move out of the way of that guy. Gonna do a frontal attack, which hits everybody. Also to heal on the healer. So, if you're DPS and you're going through here with a party, the stone Phobads, do not, and I'm probably mispronouncing the name, but don't be standing in front of them after they get aggroed, because they're gonna hit you for a lot. So, saving attacks for the boss. Oh, the old one. I shall name him Cthulhu. Yo, Rookie. Not gonna pull without the healer. Okay. Boss, tank in the middle. Gonna do AoEs around the place. It acts like a magic pot in some respects if you have played some of the other Final Fantasy games. come and defeat the ads. They are going to move around the outside edge. They need to be killed. Mystic Flames. Ground AoE. Get back into place. Mystic Light Cone attack. Shifting Light. This is where things get different. So, we got these guys. You want to drop a bomb next to them. As soon as they go off, you get transformed back into your normal state. And fight continues. Now, if it makes it to the next phase like that, there are going to be 8 of those statues that you've got to bomb. Okay, it does do it. So what you want to do is come and drop it. Wait for it to cool down, and then drop the other one. Hopefully it's close enough. Not going to be close enough. You just drop it in the path. It's been a long time since I've done this, so that timing was off. But yeah, just drop the bombs when you can. Address the boss. Simple pushover. Alright, this section... Oh. Alright, so in this section, you have got some mechanics that, you know, if it's your first time doing it, and you might be a little confused, you gotta come and kill everything. You can see that you can't advance because of a gap in the floor. So you can't do large pulls here. The only large pull you can do is at the very end. So we shall get there momentarily. Okay. You'll notice that when these things die, this activates. It will turn you into one of them for a while. Then you can click it off. Clicking it off is the best way to get out and start doing things faster. That way. Now, these light homunculi will do the frontal cone for a large range, and they will turn and face a random person, so it doesn't matter really where you tank them. Right. Grab this one, and then you go across to the east. Across, you can move. Don't move any faster. Go along here. Threat is established. We're gonna go and grab the next group. And you'll want to pop a cooldown or 2. These guys will hit hard and you will be moving. Cooldown fell off and they are all still up, so do your best to avoid all the ground AoEs because they hurt. Last thing you want to do is die to a ground AoE. Damage that can be dodged. Damage that can be dodged, yes. Damage that can be dodged is best dodged. Okay. Skipping the cutscene, because it's more than likely storyline. Alright, this boss will telegraph attacks. The telegraphed attacks are in its motion, so you have to watch the boss and not cast bars. Best to pull him up against... well, no. It's actually best to have him in the middle. Or not, no. Pull him closer to one of the walls, because... okay, that is a telegraphed attack. Do not be standing in front of him. And that is why you do not pull him against the wall completely, is because it prevents you from dodging the attack. He's got one that's a frontal swipe and one that's a tail swipe. That's the tail swipe. You don't want to be behind him when he does that. Okay. Epicenter AoE, run away from it. We'll get hit. Okay. That is going to be targeted on a player. Hopefully they will not move after they get targeted. Okay, the fire, turn away. Get hit with it, you get confused. Start attacking people. There's also a cross, and... oh, that's gonna hurt. Get the heal out on the healer. As a frontal beam, he'll turn and start attacking everybody with it. Just dodge when it comes to your turn. Okay, we're back to normal combat. Okay, we have those two going off. Dude! Okay. Raises his tail, so you want to not be behind him for that. Center AoE, popping a cooldown. He raises his claw, don't be standing in front of him. And move back in front of him. Right. You get marked with these. Don't stack if you got those. Try not to move around too much if you get some of the other stuff. Turn away from the gaze attack. He's raising his claw. Nice thing about having people that are mind controlled is they're going to be targeting you. His tail's up, so you don't want to be behind him. And that is the completion and the end of that boss. So the drowned city of Skalla has been finished. Check the loot. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV videos, please like, follow, and subscribe. The usual YouTube stuff. To catch me live, check out my Twitch, link in the description. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.